Hello everybody, this is Salman from Chartford Corporate Solutions. If you are an entrepreneur or you're planning to start a new business, then welcome to my video. In the last video, we talked about some of provisions that a travel agent might know about. In this video, I'm going to talk about the business registrations. For a tax consultant, chartered accountant or business consultant, one of the major questions from the new entrepreneurs are about the business registration. They want to know what they have to do to get their business started and secure their best interest. Now, I'm going to talk about some of provisions in this regard. If these are concerns you, please watch till end of my video. There are basically two types of business. Business is conducted by single person, business is conducted by more than single persons. We can legally call it as proprietorship, partnership, limited liability partnership, private limited company and one person company. What is the difference between all of this and which one suits you better? I'm going to talk about in details in this video. Please be with me. There are plenty of people doing a partnership business with or without internal agreement. They might not register into any legal form, but all the registrations, licenses, bank account and every other agreement might go to a single person from the group. This is highly insecure and inappropriate way of doing business. We are humans. If anything happens in between you in future, you cannot claim your right in front of a court. You cannot submit your internal agreement there. We all taste death one day. Now it's time of Corona, but we don't know what is on the list next to come. If you are not alive, what do you think is going to happen to your family? What are the steps you have taken to secure your business interests for your family? I want you to convert your business immediately to any legal form but a proprietorship. Which one you think is more suitable for you? And I will explain in details about this in this video. Please be with me. If you want to start a business, then you should have an address, a business premises. That can be either let out or on property. If it is let out, you should have a rent agreement or lease agreement or your possession certificate. With that, you can go to your municipality, panchayat or corporation for applying for your licenses. The second thing is you should have a PAN card. The PAN card will require for applying for bank account or statutory registrations. Before going further, we should know about some business terminologies called legal entity and limited liability. Legal entity is any individual businesses, organizations who can legally enter into a business with another legal entity. Legal entity has rights, duties and responsibilities. In other hands, limited liability. When you have a business liability, you can settle with either your business property or your personal property. Limited liability will protect you when you can limit your business liability within your business and that not affect your personal assets. For example, if a court order to pay a huge amount of money to a particular person and if you don't have a limited liability privileges, then you have to settle with your business asset, and if it's not sufficient, it will go to your personal assets. And if you have the limited liability, you can settle with whatever you have in your business, and if that is not sufficient, then that's it. Courts will dismiss the case. As I said earlier, there is two types of businesses. Business is conducted by single person, more than single persons. If you are a single person, you have two options: sole proprietorship and one person company. Sole proprietorship does not require any mandatory legal registrations, but you have to apply for your license from your panchayat, municipality or corporations, and you have to annually renew it or they are going to fine you with a huge amount. Second thing is you should have a PAN card and it will be required for opening a bank account or statutory registrations. Now come to one person company. One person company was introduced in Company Act 2013 under section 2 subsection 62. One person company is a flexible combination of proprietorship and advantages of a private limited company. If you are conducting a proprietorship and somehow there is a huge amount of financial liability has arisen, you have to settle with your business property, and if that is not sufficient, you have to go with your personal property. If you are registered with a one person company, that liability will be limited within your business itself. One person company requires one shareholder, one director and one nominee. The director and shareholder can be the same person, but there is some condition to start an OPC. You should be an Indian citizen, you should be an Indian resident, and you cannot start more than one OPC. There is some other conditions too. Your annual turnover should be less than 2 crores per year and your paid up capital should not be exceed 15 lakhs. If any of these conditions are crossed, then you have to convert it to a private limited company. OPC have easy legal processing to incorporate and very less legal compliances compared with the private limited company. Now, when there is business is conducted by more than a single person, you have three options. You can start partnership, limited liability partnership or company. Partnership is exceptionally low legal complicated form of business where more than one persons are agreed to do business. To start a partnership, you should have to draft and sign the partnership deed. Partnership deed will indicate your rights, duties, capital contribution, profit sharing ratio, limitations and the legal provisions, details about your admission of a partner and death of a partner, etc. and etc. It is not mandatory to register a partnership deed, but it's required when you want to go to a court with that. Once all of the partners have signed the partnership deed, you can apply for a PAN card. PAN card will be required for opening a bank account, GST registration, income tax registration, EPFO, ESA, whatever it is. And partnership is not limited liability. It will affect your personal asset if there is a huge amount of financial liability. Partnership is not a legal entity. It cannot own any asset. Now, limited liability partnership. Limited liability partnership was introduced in 2008. It is the best combination of partnership and the private limited company. If partnership registration was optional, LLP registration with MCA is mandatory. You don't have to wait for a legal authority to confirm your registration to start your business if you are doing a partnership business. You just have to draft a partnership deed and apply for PAN card, then jump to your business. That's it. To incorporate a limited liability partnership, you need 2 members and 2 directors. And there is no maximum limit for that. You can add any numbers of partners into limited liability partnership. For example, there are many supermarkets. They add partners from the business locality to boost their sale. And then the LLP will be most suitable for them. If you go for a partnership, you can add only maximum 50 members. LLP was created by law, but the partnership was created by an agreement. You have to draft and sign the partnership deed to start your business. But in LLP, you have to apply to the government authority to approval to start your business. LLP is a legal entity. It can own any assets. It can enter into a contract. It can sue in court. But partnership is not a legal entity. It cannot own any asset, but the partner can. Mainly, the liability at partnership is unlimited. The court can attach your personal property to if it's needed. In limited liability, liability is limited within the business as long as there is no intentional fraud. If it is there, then LLP itself is helpless. The best thing about LLP is initial capital of the firm can be any amount fixed by the partners. Cost of incorporation of LLP is low compared to private limited company, and there is no compulsory audit until your turnover cross 40 lakhs per year and your paid at capital more than 25 lakhs. Some more people are choosing LLP over partnership to market their business. LLP has more brand value and credibility. If your business is in the service sector, then I suggest you to go for an LLP. Now we have another option called company. There are mainly 2 types of companies, private limited company and public company. Public companies are companies that require minimum of 7 members and there is no maximum limit for that. The major advantages of public companies are they can sell their share to public and they can accept deposit from public. Private limited company. You require minimum of 2 shareholder and 2 director to incorporate a private limited company, and there can be maximum of 200 shareholders in the company. Now there should be a question, who is director and who is shareholder? Shareholders are the owners of the company and directors are the person who is responsible for the operation of the company. We can say working partners of a company for our convenience. There are more legal compliances at companies like ROC filing, annual return, annual general meeting, director meeting, letters, notice, etc. and etc. But you don't have to worry about it. There are a lot of business firms like us, Chartered Corporate Solutions, to take care of it. Even though companies incorporation and legal maintenance is little expensive, companies have more authenticity, acceptability and authenticity compared to any other form of business. Company is a separate legal entity, and I have explained what is legal entity is, and it has perpetual succession. Which means even the shareholders of the firm leave the office, the company will remain and continue as it is. Since the roles and responsibilities of each shareholders have clearly assigned, it will have more managerial efficiency. Income tax rate for private limited company is 25% if your turnover doesn't cross 40 crore in the previous year, and it is 30% in LLP and partnership. There are some restrictions for a private limited company. You cannot sell your share to public. You cannot accept deposit from public. Incorporation of private limited company has more legal processing compared with the partnership and limited liability partnership. Numbers of shareholders are limited. If your business mission is to do business at a wide range in international or national level, with more capital, I suggest you to go for a private limited company. Now, irrespective of form of your business, you should have to go for some other registrations. If your annual turnover is more than 40 lakhs for a trader, more than 20 lakhs for a service provider, you should have to go for GST registrations. Your business form doesn't matter there. If your employee strength is more than 20, you have to go for a EPF registration. If your employee strength is more than 10, you have to go for ESI registration. You have to register with the income tax department to file your income tax returns and your TDS. You can apply for MSME registration to avail government's grants and subsidies and to avail loans. There are many other registration based on the nature of your business, like packing licenses, repacking licenses, manufacturing licenses, trademark registration, fire and safety registrations, etc. and etc. I will explain in detail about this registration in another video. If you feel this video is useful, please share with your buddies. Thank you.